Right, Gaurav. So, can you tell me something about yourself, Gaurav?
So first of all, good afternoon to all of you. So my name is Gaurav Sharma, and today I am pursuing BTech Computer Science Engineering from Gitanjali Institute of Technical Studies, and I am third year student. And I done my 10th
Uh,
from the Jalo St. Paul Senior Secondary School with
uh,
the percentage 85.60,
uh-huh.
and 12th from Happy Children Senior Secondary School from Jalo only with the percentage 75 percentage. So that's all.
So, tell me, what do you want to become when you pass out of the college here?
So I have got a keen interest in the web development and Android development, but I have to choose. But I have some lack of some knowledge, so I will today choose only software development. No,
So, you want to become a software developer, right?
yes, sir.
Right. Now, what are the different kinds of software developer, and which one do you want to become? There are many types of software developers, right?
So today's I will focus on the front end
Okay, front end. And why do you want to focus only on front end?
because front end is quite easy than the back end and the full stack.
That is true. So you want to take easy things in life?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So what is required to, why should we hire you as a front end developer?
So, so all the my colleague participant will be, I think, more be better, but I will be quite hardworking, and I will give my full 100% on the any project or anything, and I will don't leave in between.
Hmm. So what is required to become a good front end developer?
Mm, in web development, there's knowledge of CSS and HTML,
Hmm.
and app development there is a knowledge of basic Java, core Java only,
So
and
how
some
how good are you in C, C plus, Java?
so CSS and HTML. I have a lot of knowledge, little bit, average knowledge.
What do you mean? Lot of knowledge, average knowledge, little bit.
Sorry,
What? How much
sorry
on
for
a
that.
scale of 10? How good are you in
So I
front end
think
development?
6 to 7, sir. I
6 to
think
7. And why do you say you are 6 to 7?
so 6 to 7 because so I have tried much.
You have tried what?
So I have done so. I just done practice more and front end than compared to the back end, the like JavaScripts and other
So,
languages.
so how many projects have you done in front end web development?
So I have not done so any projects.
No projects. So why do you say that you have done a lot of practice then?
So practice mean I have only make some project, not so some basic things, not so projects.
So then how do you say you are 6 or 7?
So 7,
If
sir,
if you
I
give
can
you
some
a
make.
if we give you a front end development project, can you do it?
So this is my first thing, so I will take time compared to others.
How much time? What do you need to do to take less time and do it faster?
So I need some more practice,
So what
more
will you
practice.
practice? How will you practice?
So by taking more projects.
Okay, so that's so far in the. Now tell me, why did your percentage drop in 12th from 85 to 75%?
So this is there is some personal problem because in December to January my grandmother is off, so I have to most of my family members they are live in the village that is far from 50 to 70 kilometers, and I have to give exam. I have to again go from the main city to nearly 17 kilometers away from this. So up and down,
That
sir.
affect, so that
Yes, sir.
affected your performance.
Yes, sir. That affected my performance.
Okay. What else? What are the other skills required other from languages and coding? What are the other things required to become a good front-end software developer?
So nearly, I think there is a need of good communication skills and soft skills
Hmm. Hmm.
to connect with the main project head and a manager and
Right.
other colleagues
What else other than communication
and
skills?
and other nice behavior with the colleagues
When you
and
said nice behaviors, meaning what?
nice behavior mean talking with good with them and not to fight with them on the small
Right.
things or
And what if your colleagues, supposing you're working in a team, and
Yes, sir.
the team leader has given you some work to one of your colleague, and he's given some work to you, and your work can only start after the your colleague completes his work. And if your colleague is not doing the work, what will you do?
So firstly, I will tell him to do this work.
He says, हाँ हाँ करूंगा यार, अभी कहाँ मेरे को टाइम है, लड़की के साथ घूमने का है, जब वो टाइम मिलेगा तब करूंगा यार।
Yes,
तू
I will
अपना काम
complain to
करना
my
यार,
project.
क्यों तू अपना काम करना यार, तू मेरे क्यों पीछे पड़ा हुआ है?
Then I will talk to my project manager firstly.
तो वो
That
बोलेगा
he,
यार क्या तू मैंने तेरे से मजाक किया और तू जाके प्रोजेक्ट मैनेजर से चुगली करता है, चुगलखोर है यार तू तो आदमी।
I think this is not the type of chugli. It is only that he is not doing work, so I have to complain because my work is pending because of this.
Okay, I will close my interview here, Mayank sir. Okay.
Gaurav,
Good afternoon, sir.
good afternoon. Briefly answer me, why should I hire you as a software engineer?
So, as software engineer, so there is a basic knowledge of a normal C language, C++, and Python, and the core knowledge of Java.
Mhm.
So there is some little bit knowledge of HTML and CSS, and I can work on Android development too.
There are more than 30,000 BTech CSE students graduating every year. And
Yes,
among 30,000, 25,000 students knows the technology that you have taught. Because
Yes,
it is in the curriculum.
Yes, sir.
So whether I have to hire all these 35 to 30,000 students.
So I will be sure I will be coming. You are choosing the majority part of that your vacancies. I will come in this, and I will try to do this hard work to come in this vacancy.
How? How will you prove yourself? Because if I take you, if I hire you, and if you are not performing, we have to emphasis on you to make you learn things, then we are in the loss.
Yes, sir. I think I will do, sir.
So you are more interested in the software development. What are the
Sir,
different stages in the software development?
So, sir, there is a various parts. There are various people are available. So for coding, there are the software developers, and for designing, there are other peoples, and the project managers and HRs. There are different peoples are there.
If we talk technically, did you learn the software engineering?
So what?
Did you study the software engineering subject?
Sir, I didn't. I think due to lockdown, I did not study much.
Because there is a simple 2-3 models there, software top-down model or rainfall model.
So butterfly. So they are the models we have studied in the software engineering. The models are designed for to run any what's a model is something like software is given and then tested in order. So like in waterfall model, firstly is the architectural design, and other steps are going on, and last there is a prototype is made, and again it's going to vice versa.
So tell me any of the programming language from which I can ask the questions.
I think, sir, you can answer in C or C++ or Python.
Tell me the programming language.
In C++.
Okay. Now you tell me the topic.
What functions and
Hmm?
functions?
Functions. Yeah. A function in C++ can, how many arguments can you pass?
Function, there is not a fixed size of arguments. It will depend on, sir, how you are using in main command.
Okay, what is recursion?
Yes, sir.
What is recursion?
Recursion is a process by calling its value again and again. So calling its process again and again.
Calling its value again and again.
Process.
Calling the function again and again.
Is a function.
So what is the background concept of recursion?
Yes, sir.
Which memory space is being used by the recursion?
So I think, sir, it is a temporary memory in a RAM is available for this.
like stack, queue?
It's a, I think it is a stack.
Sure.
Yes, sir.
Why stack?
So the stacks in a RAM, so always there is a, we use stack instead of the queue. I think
Suppose a function. And for a function, we have the return type is only void, integer, float, character, any of the predefined data type. For any of the function, can we make the return type of function? Can we return any function through a function?
so we can return any function from the any function. Sir, it is depend on the what the that return side you have written on the function. If it is void, then it will not return.
I'm asking, is it possible or not?
So is it possible? Sir, yes, it is possible. If this function is written inside the functions.
So suppose if we are writing there is a function show. Yeah?
So,
Then while returning, I'm writing return display,
yes, sir.
and display is a function. So is it possible or not?
So I think it can possible.
So
If
how
we
do
define,
what is the prototype to implement this?
so firstly we have to write the main code of the display. We have to make the function of a display.
And what will we write at the prototype of this function show? We generally write void show, then the body of the show.
So firstly we have to write the firstly you have to write that which value is given by. I think it is a char value.
It is not char value, it is a display function.
Display functions are, I think it's void show, that parameter should be given there, and we can use.
I'm not giving the parameter, I'm asking for the return type. So instead of void, the whether display will come or not. No idea. So all the best.
Thank you.
Arvind sir.
गौरव,
Yes, sir.
so थोड़ा सा अपने बारे में कुछ बताइए मुझे, थोड़ा सा डिटेल में।
मेरा नाम से गौरव सर, मैंने सर अपना 10वीं सेंट पॉल सीनियर सेकेंडरी स्कूल से किया विद, एंड सर 12वीं मैंने अपना 12th अपना हैप्पी चिल्ड्रन सीनियर सेकेंडरी स्कूल बागरा से किया, दैट नियरली टू जालोर ओनली, एंड I like to play video games and other things, like I'd like to play football, and so that's all.
Okay. What about your technical knowledge?
So my technical knowledge is so low, not much good.
Why it is low? What is the reason behind it?
I think the reason behind it is a lack of practice.
Lack of practice. So you are not getting time to practice, or what is the main issue?
So I think, sir, it is a fault of my own, not, and I will not give any reason or excuses.
So क्या करना चाहते हो गौरव लाइफ में?
सर अभी तो सर मेरा असली तो सर टारगेट पीसीएस क्लियर करने का, आरएस का।
RS?
Sir.
RS or computer science, how they both are related?
Sir, it is not related, sir, because it is a backup option. I taken it as a backup option. So
it's a backup course, right?
Yes, sir. Because the job opportunity in computer science are more compared to other fields.
As a computer science engineer, अगर आप RS बन जाते हो और आप STM बन जाते हैं किसी भी एक एरिया के, तो आप क्या एज ए इंजीनियर आप उस एडमिनिस्ट्रेटिव प्रोफाइल पे रहते हुए क्या क्या करेंगे? मतलब आप अगर अपने स्टेट के लिए क्या करेंगे?
सर सबसे पहले सर मैं अगर एजुकेशन फील्ड में लूँ तो मैं मोस्ट ऑफ सर जो एजुकेशन का डाटा है ना वो सर ऑनलाइन प्रोवाइड कराना चाहूँगा, जो और मोस्ट ऑफ जो क्लासेस वो भी सर ऑनलाइन प्रोवाइड कराना, जो मतलब कि नहीं कर सकते हैं, मतलब कि जो आ नहीं सकते स्कूल वगैरह, जिनका घर बहुत दूर पड़ता है, तो वो भी अटेंड कर सके, और बाई चांस किसी कारणों से कारण जैसे कोई आ ना पाए स्कूल तो वो भी उस टाइम अटेंड कर सके स्कूल। और सर जितना भी सर जो भी गवर्नमेंट ऑफिस का डेटा है सर मैं ऑनलाइन ले जाना चाहूँगा, जिससे कि नहीं है कि आई कैन मॉनिटर द अटेंडेंस ऑफ ऑल द स्टाफ्स। और नियरली सर ये होता है कि मतलब कि बहुत सारे गवर्नमेंट ऑफिसेज में अभी भी सर ऑनलाइन जो भी अटेंडेंस मॉनिटर होती है वो ऑनलाइन होती है। और सर मैं थोड़ा बहुत नॉलेज सबको देना चाहूंगा कि क्या क्या हो सकता है।
आरएसी क्यों बनना आपको क्या है, मतलब इसके पीछे कोई रीजन है?
सर रीजन तो सर ऐसा कोई खास नहीं है कि सर मुझे लगता है मेरे को बनना। आई थिंक आई कैन हेल्प मोर सर।
So as an engineer, you cannot help the society.
Sir, I am helping the sir. I will not tell sir that all engineers are not helping the society. All have the contribution. All the peoples in India have a equal contribution on making the economic growth and the as a other growth.
For somebody becoming an RS officer, and you always see the news in the newspaper that almost many of them are taking bribes and these kind of stuff they are doing. So they are also contributing to the society in such a way.
No, sir. I don't think so. But they have some type of लालच आ जाता है सर उनके अंदर थोड़ा बहुत।
अगर आपका नहीं होता RS, RS is slightly a tough task. It takes some time and efforts also. So you cannot. It is not the guarantee of anyone that they can crack the process in a year or in a 6 month or before your graduation is completed. You do that. So what will be the another options of yours?
So another option says I have to give this software development job. In second and third, I will want to give the two business.
Okay, Gaurav. So
Sir.
overall, nice interacting with you.
Yes, sir.
First, I like your confidence, the way you presented yourself. It is good because it's your first mock interview. So you are not hesitating and you are not, it is not being seen that you are the nervous candidate. Because normally it happened, right?
Sir.
This is good positive point. But still, because in the interview you are talking about RIS and these kind of stuff, because it's a mock and you are just, this is for the practice.
Yes, sir.
But if an engineer thinking for RIS, sitting for an interview for the job, it seems contradictory.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because if somebody has to become RS, why he has taken BTech? There are many choices. He can go for BA, BCom, BSc. It is very easy to that candidate to become RS because he can contribute more time to the study, specific studies.
Yes.
Right? So you can just be in the backup and you can just concentrate on your that plan, whatever you have, but no need to disclose it in front of the interview.
Okay.
Whether we are taking mock interview, but we are the interviewer only. So it gives a negative impressions because you want to go for RS and you are sitting for an interview. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So